Hello, hello, and welcome. My name is Cassandra Bell, and I am the host of Wyse Woman Magic. Today's episode, as per usual, we've got lots of information coming through. However, there is a little bit of a difference. Normally, what I do is I will sit down, take time, and allow things to flow through. I will check all my data. I will check information before I jump on to make sure that I give you what I believe is 100%. So I will check in with people that I watch and people that I look up to in the energy fields. I will check in with the cards and I will write messages down as I go. And this time it's a little bit different. And there's several really good reasons why. The first being is that I have been really quite sick over the last week and a half, 2 weeks, and I'm still not 100% better. Today, I barely had my voice this morning, and as you can hear, it's still a little bit faint, and I'm trying to project as best as I can so that we can have an amazing show. Um, the other reason for that, it actually comes down to my lack of voice this morning, but I will go into that a little bit more later. And instead, what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the show and everything's going to start becoming a little bit more clear for you. And hopefully you'll be able to use this information as you go through the week. Now, we were going to have guest speakers all February. Unfortunately, a lot of my guest speakers have come down sick as well. It is going around. And lots of things have been happening. So instead of pushing, I'm just allowing that to flow through as we need to, because I also recognize that we need to change the format a little bit as well to be able to pull everything together. So today, being the 1st of February, the first of the month, and still in that gestation time, we're actually going to do this a little bit differently. So from here on in, every week is all going to be about the energy and the cards and the messages coming through. And when we do have our guest speakers coming up, it will actually be linked so that you can go and link it. That way I'm not stressing about how much time the video is for uploading onto Facebook, as well as you get to listen to it all the time. And the whole idea is to bring this into a full podcast and later on into the Wyse Woman Wisdom clip TV film that I've been wanting to do for the last year and a half, and it just keeps getting put on the back burner for whatever reason. So it's all coming about. We're just finding our foundations and we're making sure that they're nice and strong before we push ahead too far. So because I am me, I still have to write things down. But instead of like 4 pages, I've actually only written this. I wanted to show you that. I've only written this. So first of all, this is episode number 6. Yay, episode number 6. And we're covering the week from the 1st of the Feb right through to the 7th of the Feb. So it's throughout the week, so from Monday to Sunday. And our feel for the week is it's really about self-awareness. Okay, so there's actually two parts to this, and it's about self-awareness and it's about focusing as well, and it's about focusing on your self-awareness. It's focusing on your journey. So it's not focusing on what you need to do or what you need to accomplish. It's actually focusing on what is going on right now. It's about the journey itself. So I'm going to read what I did write. A real feeling of putting one foot in front of the other, yet being aware and grateful for the process, the learning, the understanding, and the shifts. Okay, so the actions or the transformations is really a part of it. So even though this week may feel really difficult and like you're walking through mud, here in WA, we've gone back down into complete lockdown. You know, we have a huge amount of community support for our Premier, but we also know that there's not a lot of support in other states for our Premier. People who are not happy are exceptionally vocal, so the people who are happy may not be feeling like they can actually communicate that happiness or that joy. There's a lot of division within this lockdown. There's a lot of division within the states, within Australia, within the global community altogether. And we have a lot of conspiracy theories. We've got a lot of beliefs that do not meld with each other. I'm not going to get into it because your belief is your belief. My belief is my belief. That simple. I'm just not going to get in on the story. But what I am going to say is that all those stories, all those beliefs, all those divisions are making things harder. Okay. So for the people who are going, oh my God, you're sheep, or people who are going, you're wrong, I'm right, whatever it might be, whatever side of the fence, what's actually happening is that is creating more energy of division. Okay. So I'm actually going to call it out. It's providing more energy of more energy of division. What we put out, we get back, right? And what we're putting out into the world, because in all honesty, what's happening in the world at the moment is very energetically symbolic of what has been happening. So what's been happening on the physical is definitely symbolic of what's been happening on the energetic for quite some time. We have this division, we have these factions, we have a lot of infighting within all the different types of industries, whether it's the new age industry, the health industry, political industry, food industry. There's all these different divisions because, of course, being human nature, we believe that we know the right way rather than that there are every ways, right? So there's been a lot of division, and the more vocal we become about it, the more energy that we are creating that provides that division or split type of energy. Okay, now I'm not saying don't be vocal, not at all, but look at how you are being vocal. And this isn't just about COVID or lockdown or anything else like that. It's about everything. How are you voicing? How are you reacting? How are you actioning your beliefs? Is it action in defiance because you believe the other way is wrong? Is it action based in anger? Is it action based in love? Where is the energy coming from? What energy are you putting into this space? Okay. So this week, I'm getting off track again. So this week, it's all about, it may be feeling difficult. We still are in that gestation period, and we may be feeling like we're walking through mud in some ways, like it's an uphill battle. The message today is just keep putting one foot in front of the other, okay, and take notice, be self-aware of where your energy is, what you're thinking, how you're feeling, and what you're actually doing to make your energy better. Sometimes we can't change actions, but we definitely can change the vibration that's sitting within those actions. So therefore, we lighten our load that way, okay? So, let's be real for a second. Not everybody loves their job, but they go because it provides security. They go because it provides financial abundance, whatever reason. And it's not right or wrong. And I'm not going to get into the live your joy, etc., etc. There is no right or wrong. It is simply a decision that you have made. And if you are finding it difficult, change the frequency of your vibration so that you can actually deal with whatever it is that you're dealing with right now a little bit easier, okay? Because sometimes we can't change the actions, but we certainly can change the vibration. Change the vibration, change the energy, you will change your reality. You guys have heard me say that a million times over the years, E equals R, energy equals reality. And it's really funny. My dad actually brought up the whole E=R this weekend at a family lunch, where he reminded me it's effort equals result. And I just smiled, and he goes, "Oh, do you remember that was such a good thing?" And I'm like, "Yes, Dad, it was great." And I'm thinking, it's not quite true. However, if I didn't have that learning, if I didn't have that foundation, I wouldn't be in the understanding that it's energy equals reality, and it's just a different way of putting it to what he's doing it, because he's very scientific. So for him, effort might as well be energy equals results, energy equals reality. It's the same thing, guys. Okay. I've shifted. Okay, sorry. So today, this week is all about taking notice of the actual gotta slow down, taking notice of what is happening. Okay, so try to bring your awareness to everything that you are doing, everything that you are experiencing, and have an awareness as in you are the voyeur. You are watching. Okay, you are watching what's going on, and you've got an awareness. So you're sort of being third party. Yeah. And then look at what you're learning from it. See where your understandings are coming from. What are you learning from it? What is your understanding? How is that understanding, how is that learning shifting within you? What is it shifting within you? How is it shifting you? And at the end of the week, you'll probably be exhausted. I'm going to be honest with you. You'll probably be exhausted, because that's the feel that I receive, is that it is tiring, but it is so, so worth it, because you are going to come out of it with such a different perception and foundation of yourself. Okay, so you're really going to feel that within you. Now, sorry, I've got something on my face. Being the start of a new year, so being the start of a new year, even though we're in the start of the new month of February, we are still going through that gestation period, okay? But we're actually we're in the middle, okay? So we're coming through now. So if you could just imagine now, if we liken it to a human gestation period, we've done the hard yards. We're halfway through now. We're at that 5 month, 6 month week, and things are becoming uncomfortable. 6 months. Things are starting to become uncomfortable. Okay, so at first you didn't know where you're going to be. You didn't know how you may have coped. Maybe there was emotional turmoil, maybe there was a physical uplifting, maybe there was a lot of stuff that needed to be shifted, so therefore you got upheaval, you've got division, you've got things coming to light that maybe you didn't really want to come to light, you're having to deal with things that you never wanted to deal with, lots of stuff. Okay, it's all part of clearing the decks, okay, and getting you ready. So that was December, January. Now we're coming into February, and February is all about that uncomfortability, but you're starting to get an understanding of what is coming. Okay, so you're a little bit more maybe not prepared, but a little bit more aware of what you do and don't want. Okay, now when you know what you don't want, it's actually like a signpost so that you can move forward to what you do want. The trick is that you take notice of what you don't want and use that as an impetus to go forward. So you leave it behind. You don't keep thinking about it. You just use that as a signpost of, I don't want to go that way. Oh, I want to go this way. So we go this way. And this is what we are from here on in placing all our attention on. Okay, it's manifestation 101. So the new month brings the new waves of energy. Okay, every month does that, first and foremost. Secondly, we're coming into that February part where we're in the second part of the gestation, so we're actually getting a better understanding of what's going on. It does mean that we have to go through some of the stuff that isn't as fun, okay, because we are in the middle part. The excitement is starting to wane. We just need to get through, but it's okay because it will lift up by near the end of the week. Okay, so you'll start feeling a little bit better. You'll feel like you have purpose, and whatever you put in, whatever effort you put in now, you will actually reap. Okay, by next week you will reap that back, and you'll reap that back in a multitude of different ways, depending on who you are, depending on the work that you've put in, depending on your level of self-awareness and consciousness. Okay, so if you're being super aware and that's it, well, then you're just going to have that awareness that everything is at that level. But if you have that awareness and then you actually take it on board and you take on the shifts, then you'll actually step up in your vibrationary frequency. You'll step up into the new birthing. You'll step up into this new energy that we are birthing as a race on this planet. Okay. Okay, cool. So this has been really interesting. Okay, because I did actually do our cards, and I used a different pack today. New energy, new pack, right? But first of all, I wanted to actually share with you a little bit of something to demonstrate how this works. Okay, so today, new month, new energy, new awareness. Like, you're having to really take awareness. So I really had to stop and think about, why is all my tech not working? Why did I not have a voice this morning? Oops, sorry guys. Why did I not have a voice? What is going on? And I really had to stop and go, okay, something is stopping me from moving forward here. What is it? And the thing that we always know is that we may have outside forces stopping us doing things or getting in the way, but we are the creators of that. Okay, our subconscious, our energy is so freaking powerful that it manifests this stuff in. Okay, so I had to stop and I had to look at myself, because that's what self-awareness is all about. Look at yourself, find out what's going on, and make a shift. Okay, be aware, learn the lesson, make the shift. Okay, cool. So I really had to stop, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, seriously, what's going on? So I had a look at my books, and I haven't got it with me now. I have the Ina Segal book, and I also have Louise Hay's book, but for the life of me at the moment, I can't find Louise Hay's book anywhere, even though I've got 2 copies, can't find it anywhere. So I had a look at Ina's, and I actually find Ina Segal, her work is so powerful. Where Louise Hay is gentle and loving, Ina is powerful and full force. There's a lot of love there, but it's about taking responsibility, courage, and strength, and really doing the work. It's doing the work now, and not having a beautiful, soft approach to it like Louise Hay does. And that's the best way I can explain it. And because I'm a feet in, how do they say it? Feet first, all in type of girl, Ina really sets well with me, right? Jump in and then learn how to swim. So I had a look at it, and it was actually about it was about, because I'm thinking, okay, I have to work with my throat chakra. There's something going on with my throat. Obviously, if I can't speak out physically, I can't speak out through tech, what the hell? And I'm thinking, okay, so I need to work with my throat chakra. So first of all, I did notes, as in singing and actually allowing my voice to free up. And it was just notes, just single notes or 3 or 4 notes, going up the chakra scale and trying to really release the energy, release the tendons, release the muscles, and work with that. And then I sat down with the book and I had a look at it, and it was about being afraid to speak your truth. And I'm thinking, this is a recurring theme for me, because I'm always worried that I'm going to be wrong for somebody, because I am such a believer that everybody has their own vibration, their own frequency, and their own truth. I don't want to tell anybody that they are wrong. Okay. And I don't want anyone to take me as gospel, because every person is different. So my whole understanding is that I want to teach people how to connect so they can find their own truth rather than listen to my truth, right? And I'm getting more information as we're talking about it. But that's my thing. So sometimes talking up and speaking my truth is difficult because I don't want to put anybody wrong. Okay. And there's a whole lot of other stuff coming through as well, like leadership, being seen, taking a step up, taking my role on, all this stuff. I'm going to have to write it down later. But it was all about speaking truth, your truth, my truth. And I'm like, wow, this is why I have not been able to, excuse me, and this is why I'm getting hiccups, because I'm still coming through. This is why I haven't been able to record this week's session, because I normally record the week session on the weekend, okay? Because I like to have that time so that I can get it out to you guys straight away, first thing in the morning, etc., etc. Because I work most days, doing this first thing in the morning is really difficult. It wouldn't be polished, it wouldn't be nice. You get the picture. But today, because I have been so sick, it just has not been possible to pre-record. And so I thought, you know what, I'll do it today, I'll do it live. And then I just could not get on live. For the life of me, it just would not allow me to do so. I'll look into that later. But that's what prompted me to look at what is going on. I need to speak my truth. Okay. So today it's all going to be what comes through. And I'm usually really comfortable with that because it's what I do. I love channeling. I love bringing information through. But to actually do this and record and put it out there is scary as hell. So this is today's like full version channeled episode. And I can't even say that it's full channel, because when I'm not even sitting in that full channel space, I am letting the information come through, but we're not sitting in full channel where it's that burst of energy coming through. And I also understand, as I'm being told right now, that's because I have to learn to trust. It's funny how it goes, isn't it? Okay. So that was the whole thing about why we're doing it this way today, why we're so late, and what's happening. So that's just the feel for the week. That's just a small, it's not even an energy report, it's just even more a continuation from last month even, and going forward into the new month. And now we're actually going to go through our cards, and there were so many cards. That's what I was saying. There's so many cards, and we're using a different deck this month, new deck, new energy. And this deck came to me. Oh my God, I love them so much. And they have a different feel to Izzy. Now with Izzy, it's very galactic. It's very fifth dimension. It's very I don't want to say it's very high. It is very high vibration, but so are these cards. They're just different. Okay, so these I find are a little bit more gentle. These cards are called The Secret Language of Light, and they're from Denise Jarvie. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. That's really bright. There we go. From Denise Jarvie, another female author, but the artwork is from a gentleman by the name of Dan Holman. And if you ever get a chance to look at Dan Holman's artwork, I highly suggest that you do so, because it speaks. It is just beautiful. And I've had Dan Holman's cards before because I just love them so much. They really speak to the soul. They speak to vibration rather to image. Okay, whereas Izzy is very much image based. Dan Holman is very much color and vibration based, and it connects from a soul level for me anyway. So we've actually got quite a few cards. We've got so many cards, but we are going to go through them. We're not going to go through them in depth because it's all about the reading as a whole. Okay, so just to recap, the feel for the week is self-awareness and focus, and understanding that it's focus on where you are energetically rather than energetically and emotionally rather than the actions that you are taking. Okay, you're looking at why you're taking the actions, okay, how you're taking the actions and why you're taking the actions that way. All right. And it's also about taking on the understanding, the learnings, and allowing yourself to shift because of those understandings. Okay. We're also going through that second half of the gestation period for the new world, for the new energy, for the new year. And as you can see, it's still rocky. Okay. So watch what you're putting out. Remember, the energy that you put out is what you'll get back. If you continue to have an energy of division, that is exactly what you're going to keep seeing, and it's also what you're going to keep receiving back. Okay, now into the cards. I've got one. Okay, so I'm just going to really quickly go through them. Okay, so first of all, you've got a grounding. See, this world tree with earth, which is actually really, it's also the highest. Like, it's universal through the world tree and into earth, grounding. And that's actually really a fantastic card for right now, especially considering we're going through that new earth energy. You've got ask your soul. Okay. It's about connecting. It's about those shifts, about those awarenesses. It's about expansion. And this is where the shifts take place. Then you have the focus card. Amazing. I love it when I come up right. Then we have there is only light. I don't know if you see that. Yeah. There is actually a person in that light. And then you've also got the soul tree. Okay, so you've got the soul tree again. So what's really cool about these, there's a couple of different things. And for you guys who are into numerology, I will share the numbers for you, not the meanings, but the numbers. Soul tree is number 21. Okay, and the soul tree, it's always about connecting back into self. Okay, it's about connecting into your own intuition, into your own wisdom. I'm not reading from the book, guys, so the book may give you different information. This is coming through now. Okay, so this is our channeled portion. The soul tree is all about connecting with self. It's about coming back to your family genetics, but I want to call it the star genetics. I want to call it the humanity genetics rather than your parentage from, mum and dad, grandma, granddad, that type of thing. It's actually about your soul parentage. Okay, it's coming back to the soul tree, so it's actually coming back to the divine self within. Okay, so reconnect with that. Reconnect with your star being, reconnect with your wisdom, reconnect with your intuition, reconnect with your divinity, because we are divine beings as well as human beings. We are a blend, okay? This is why we have a soul. We are a blend. So come back to that divine within, okay? Meditate, check in. There is so much wisdom that is trying to be downloaded at the moment, but with everything going on, we find it really difficult to connect because we're so focused on what's happening in our daily life. We are focused on what's happening in other countries, in other areas, all this other stuff. You need to clear out all that noise and connect back in with your own connection, because you are trying to download all this information that you need for your major shifts. Okay, there is only light, because we are light. I'm not going to go into the dark light and the light and the shadow light and all this other crap. We are light. Light is a frequency. It is a vibration. It is a formation of an answer. We are light. We are universal vibration. We are universal light. We are universal love. This is who we are. even if you come up against someone who you believe is a dark entity, okay, and I know I'm going to get into something here, but even if you come up against something that you think is a dark entity, they are still of the light. They are still a vibrationary being. We have, as humans, we've come into this space of going, oh, well, the light is good and the dark is bad and blah, 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 blah. No. We are all energetic beings. The end. The end. We may have intentions that are not healthy, but this is our energy. This is our universe. This is what we are creating. So what are you creating? What are you putting out there? What are you doing? We are all light, and that means you are light. Other people and other beings are light. But really, I want to come back to that you are light. And whether you feel that you are not worthy or that you are a mistake or useless or any of the self-negative shitty speak that we go running in our heads, remember, you are light, you are vibration, you are energy, you are the universe created physically. You are the physical manifestation of the universe. You are the physical manifestation of energy, of light, of all the good things, okay? So you need to start looking at that, looking at yourself as that physical manifestation of energy, of light, and you need to start allowing yourself to accept that, because we are light, we are energy, we are universal divine beings. Okay. Oh, we got a little bit like full on there, didn't we? Okay, focus again. It's focusing. It's not focusing on ourselves per se. It's not focusing on our actions per se. It's actually focusing and allowing the information to come through as if we were third party. So we're watching what's going on so that we can focus on where our limiting beliefs, our limiting thoughts, our limiting energetics and vibrations are, so that we can then learn from it. Why do we do it? And then we can transform and shift from it. Apparently we are going through every card. Okay. Oh, that was number 37. Okay, expansion, number 44. I love number 44. But I want to actually share with you guys, 44 is a master number, but it's also a number of growth. Like, it's holy shit growth, okay? It is coming of age growth. It is having things connect due to timing and growth. It is about maturity and so forth. And expansion is actually about understanding that you were in this space and now you're in this space. Okay, so it is actually taking all of this and understanding that we are more. Okay, whether it is because of who we are emotionally, we are more. Whether it is because of spiritually or energetically, we are more. Whether it's because of how we are as a community, okay, as a global community, as a local community, community of friends, community of school people, whatever it might be, community, we are more. And whatever is happening out there in this day and age, we are starting to really understand that we are a global nation. If this virus has brought us anything, it is the belief, it is the understanding that we are a global nation. Now, I know many of us have already realized this, but it really brings home, it's like smack in your face, we are a global nation. And when we are a global nation and we start working together on a global scale as a nation, that's when we're going to start seeing some major shifts, okay? Alrighty. Number 16, ask your soul. Again, we're coming back to that connection. We're coming back to going, what is happening with me? Why am I thinking like this? Why is this happening? What is my next step? How can I change this? How can I grow from this? How can I heal from this? How can I serve from this? Okay, so ask your soul, because your soul is that divine space, it is that divine energy, and it knows everything. Okay, and it will share what you need to know. It won't share everything, but it will share what you need to know for right now. And then, of course, is grounding. Now, grounding is a really interesting word because it gets thrown around a lot. But grounding is also about grounding within the energy of yourself. Okay, so it's not just about grounding so you don't have excess energy, it's actually grounding into who you are as the entire being. Okay, as the divine human being. So it's about grounding. So, and you can do that by actually just placing, it's so simple, just placing your hand over your heart and breathing and allowing your awareness to feel you as an energy. Okay. Now, it could take you a minute, it could take you 30 seconds, it could take you 15 minutes, it could take you a week of 15 minutes. Doesn't matter. Just allow yourself to have that daily practice of just coming back, of grounding, that quiet time. Even if it's just 5 minutes, just come back to all that you are. Okay. Human beings, we get so scared of being more. You know, we get so scared of shining, of being all that we can be. We get so scared, you know. But there's nothing to be scared of. And yes, I'm listening to it as well. There's nothing to be scared of. So guys, that wraps us up. It's been a big it's I wasn't too sure. I thought, oh my god, have I recorded? It's been actually a pretty big episode. Like I said, it's more of a channeled episode. This is all me. And I want to say thank you so much for listening. We will be doing this every week, and I'm actually really looking forward to next week as well. Have a fantastic day. Remember just to be gentle with yourself, okay? Just watch. Don't beat yourself up. Just watch, take note, and make the shifts where you can. Have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you soon.